navigating family transitions can be tough, but having the right legal support can make all the difference. Sandra Fava, founding partner of Fava Law in Morristown, is here to give us some helpful tips. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
So when it comes to family transitions such as divorce, it's hard for many to know where to start. How can families in fact prepare for this?
Yeah. First thing that I always like to have people gather is information. You know, being prepared for the process on your own can save you time, stress, obviously money. So gathering your financial information, or at least knowing where some of that financial information is located, and making sure that you do your homework with regard to who you're going to work with, because your attorney or your mediator or whichever route you decide to take is going to be working very closely with you and will know a lot of very personal information about your family. So you have to feel comfortable with that person and also trust not only in their skills, but that they'll be the right advocate for what you're looking to accomplish. Because like in anything, there are all different types of advocates in the law, right? People who are super aggressive or those who can be a combination of strategies, things like that. So to get started, I definitely recommend that you look at, your financial picture, making sure you have that information, as well as, what kind of attorney are you looking for? What is your ultimate goal? How is the family dynamic at the moment? Is there somebody that you need to make sure that they have trial experience or courtroom experience? Because not every lawyer has that experience. Are you more comfortable with a man or a woman? Your county may be something that may be important to you, though I think that is less so nowadays than it used
You know what, and Sandra, you touched on something so important, because I think anytime we hire a professional, and especially in something as personal, like you said, as divorces, you do have to find the right person. So what are some, you mentioned a few things. What would you recommend people do? And I know there's something about contacting attorneys, right? If you contact one attorney, then the other person can't necessarily use that person, or, how does one go about finding the right attorney for them?
to. Sure. So, there's a couple of different ways that somebody can do that. Sometimes people take a referral from a friend or a coworker who's got through the situation and has had a positive experience. That is certainly helpful, so you're not starting from scratch. Google will bring you a lot of different information and options. But there are other listings and rankings that outside organizations without the influence of attorneys have created, like Super Lawyers is very popular in New Jersey. It will tell you what their accreditations are. Um, there's also Avo, which is another, rating site where you can see people leave reviews about attorneys and their experiences with them, but also interviewing people. I don't think that you really get to know an attorney or get that level of comfort if this is going to be a fit for you until you actually sit down and meet with them and talk to them. And you have that gut feeling of who they are and how they're going to work with you. And making sure you answer, you have questions that they're going to answer about whether it's their availability or how they work or, what they expect things to look like or experiences in similar type of situations, whether you think you're going to have a contested custody issue or if this is more of a financial problem, things like that.
And I imagine in choosing an attorney for this situation, it also would help to know what the process is going to look like. So, can you clue us in, give us a little bit of an overview? What does the court process, in fact, look like?
The court process is varied many times by the county where you live in. The general idea is that, and what people often are familiar with television or movies, is that someone will file a complaint for divorce in the courthouse. That's the court's first notice that your family needs help from them. And then several things will be scheduled by the court for your attorneys to participate in, and for you to participate in with your attorneys to try to move your case along. Ideally, per New Jersey statute, divorce cases should be completed within 18 months. That is the general overview. However, some cases take much quicker, some take much longer. It really just depends on what the issues are, how complex the family dynamic is, and the personalities also play a big part in that, of course. Um, and then ultimately, only very few cases in the state of New Jersey actually end up with a trial for people to get divorced. There's a lot of alternative dispute resolution that is available to families now through mediation. Sometimes there's also arbitration where people will, kind of hire their own judge outside of the court system so that they can have access and be a priority. There's also, oh my Lord, I'm forgetting. I'm sorry. There's alternative dispute methods which
Yes.
are available for people to take a part in, even if they're in the middle of a litigation. So there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of encouragement, even by the courts, for people to try to resolve issues outside of.
And where can people go if they are starting this journey, want to learn more information?
Sure. So again, if you go to my website, favalawNJ.com, I have a lot of written pieces, things that I've done over the year. There's also podcast availability, where I've recorded various episodes. I think I have 2 or 3 seasons up. I've had different experts join me, therapists, etc., to talk about what the process looks like, things that you need to know, how to prepare, all of those things. The New Jersey Court website is also a good resource for information. They have a lot of information on there about referral services and kind of what the court looks like, and they have a handbook that people can download and review just to kind of give them kind of general idea of what the process is like in the court system.
Sandra Fava, founding attorney at Fava Law in Morristown. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and coming up, MetLife hosted a very special event for the community.